Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode brought to you by our amazing pals over at JUMPSTART Coffee Company, the best coffee. 50% of their proceeds go to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Talk about them in a second. And we're talking about a lot of amazing stuff tonight, a lot of interesting stuff, including Prince Andrew. He is served. Is he going to give up the unsealing of the Epstein deal? We'll get into that. Excited to talk about that. Gabby Petito, the missing young lady from Long Island / Florida, has captivated the nation's attention. We're going to talk about that, including the zone of death and what it has to do with her.
The zone of death.
The Murdaugh Murders.
Not good.
Didi Gregorius's Vax Elbo. Prince Philip's will. Newsmax cuts off a veteran. Frank's upset about Jeopardy. And I have a shampoo theory that I feel like everybody has to weigh in on. I
don't know what it is, but I have a feeling it's going to be dumb.
Yes. Oh,
cool.
Yes. It will be done. It will be absolutely.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be a thing.
Sign me up.
All right, Prince Andrew, Frankie C. So here's the deal. His lawyer the other day, Monday, when they had the whole thing, lawyer mentioned something about, hey, by the way, remember when Jeffrey Epstein signed that sweetheart deal? Basically, saying that neither him nor any of his pals could be prosecuted for any of the crimes because he agrees to the thing to go to jail, where he could leave for 12 hours a day. His lawyers, Prince Andrew's lawyers, are basically saying, hey, that covers my guy. You can't do Prince Andrew here because they had this agreement and that's over and done with, part of the sweetheart deal. Leave us alone. Alan Dershowitz says the same thing. Like, hey, I think, he tried to get the thing unsealed, saying, I think this is, precludes him and blah, blah, blah. The court ruled today, Judge Loretta Presco, who's been ruling on all of these things, she basically said, well, Dershowitz is not an official lawyer of and Prince Andrew.
Yeah, who the hell?
So he can't really file for anything here. But the other interesting thing that she said is if Prince Andrew wants to, file a motion to have this sealed agreement unsealed, she was basically like, be my guest, go ahead.
Right.
So.
Well, you can file a motion for anything you want.
Doesn't mean you're going to get it.
Doesn't mean you're going to get it.
But this deal, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would love to see who, what, where, when, why.
If they, first of all, it has to be unsealed, and then it has to be released to the public.
Right, and I wonder if just the unsealing automatically triggers the release. That I don't know.
I don't know either.
The judge basically said to Andrew today in a letter, if you want it unsealed, just ask. That was basically the message there, which leads me to believe that it will be unsealed. And then that kind of leads me to believe that she'll release it, which, it's almost like she kind of called him out on his bluff, Here's what's weird on an unrelated note. I have a very short tolerance for the flags on the back of trucks.
Right.
My neighbor, wonderful family, 16-year-old kid, I don't even know. Brand new pickup truck a couple months ago. Very proud. Lovely moment. Threw the change in the back of the car. Very happy for him. Great kid. I come home today. Huge American flag sticking out of the back of his pickup truck. Huge.
Just like, I know you don't like the political flags. American flag.
No, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't really care for any flags on the back of a pickup truck.
No flags. Zero flags.
I love America. I love the American
Islanders flag?
If you're going to an Islander game, okay. If you're going to a sporting event.
Driving through
fine.
America.
If it's November and there's a huge election, you go ahead and put 17 flags on the back of that truck, big man. Go ahead and have yourself a good old time. It's fucking September 17th. Let's take a breather from the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not a political flag.
No, it's not. It's just an American flag. You stick an American flag bumper sticker on the back. Do a little magnet up there. It's just a sign. You think it's back there. It's like whipping around. It gets all tattered. It looks like crap after 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Yeah, and nobody's. It's not
14 zip ties on it. We're not going into battle.
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
I don't know, man.
That can't be a fun experience. It just can't be to maintain it. I also think, and then the other thing too is you got all these people. Oh, I love America. I'm a patriot, motherfucker. You take a flag in at night, or you put a light on it. That is the ultimate respect for the flag. Half these people have it sitting out on the back of their pickup truck at night. That's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, and the rain and stuff. Supposed
like
to take that stuff in.
You're supposed to take the flag in, or put a light on it. You light it at night, you could leave it out. You know, but all these people who just love America so much, they don't never look any. They don't really know.
What happens is I question your patriotism, Anthony. If you're not hanging flags on the back of your car, I can't call you a true American.
I think what it is I'll tell you what it is. What bothers me about it. It's that look at how much I love America. It's not about America. It's about me.
I hate that. That's one of the reasons I don't like mafia movies, because it's all just me. Look at me. Me first. All the attention. I can't do it. It's that. What's that called? That sociopath. You know. It's just that. Oh, look at me. No one's questioning my patriotism. All right, take it easy.
Yeah, I just.
You know what I mean?
To me, it's a big fat look at me. Look at how much I love it. I love America this flag size much. It's like, calm the fuck down there, Jacko.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, and to see a little kid do it, like, all that kid should be worried about is getting laid. That is basically that's the game.
Mm.
Can I score with Can I score, and can I get a fucking Can I get some fucking wings? I don't remember at 16 caring that much about anything other than hockey and girls and fucking
Yeah, I agree. When you're a kid, teenager, just
what are they doing? I don't get it. Love America.
Sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. What's happening?
I don't know. It's becoming. It's almost weaponizing the thing.
It's a weird, like, again, election time. You go ahead. You put your guy on the back of your truck. Go crazy. 17 flags. Have fun. Have fun. 'Tis the season. You know what I'm saying? 'Tis the season, my man.
I think. See, now, all year round, you should be proud to be an American. What's the matter with you?
I got some issues.
What's wrong with you?
I support Jumpstart Coffee Company because they support the Navy SEALs through the Navy SEAL Foundation, my friend. 50% of their profits go to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Here's the thing. 50% of the espresso blend, 50% of the medium roast that Frankie C has right now.
Surely not 50% of the dark roast.
50% of the dark roast as well, my friend.
That's a lot. That's good.
So you are literally supporting this podcast, this great coffee company, great coffee, great cause, and the Navy SEALs and the Navy SEAL Foundation. Look at that. Look at it.
Good stuff right there.
Is that something else or what? How good does that smell?
It's amazing. You open the bag, and it just fills the house.
You know what I like to do? I pour a little out onto a mirror, and I organize it into a line, and I snort it right up the old nasal canal.
You're not going to find any judgment here, my friend.
That's what I like to do with it. But I'm crazy. I feel like you should take your flag in at night. What do I know?
You don't know.
The link in the description below. Order some Jumpstart Coffee Company now. Order as much as you can. I promise you, you will not regret it. It is fantastic coffee. The best I've ever had. Save 15% too with the promo code AOA15 right now. Link in that description, or click on that banner on the homepage at anthonyonair.com. That's anthonyonair.com. Appreciate you guys supporting Jumpstart Coffee Company because they support us and the Navy SEALs. I mean,
doesn't get much better than that.
World peace is next, I guess. I feel like they can do anything.
One thing at a time.
They're
agree. Close.
They're going to get there.
Maybe a few years.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Help us get there. AOA 15. Link in the description below. All right, we got to talk about this Gabby Petito there, Frankie C.
This is a weird story.
I mean, crazy story. Everybody's buzzing about it now. I saw it a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, I hope they find that girl, not thinking that this is going to turn into a national like everybody's talking about this.
It's weird because sadly, people go missing all the time. It's very common. There are YouTube channels dedicated to missing people, and which is great that there is that dedication. I feel like the reason this one picked up so much steam, maybe I could be wrong, is because the kid who last saw her. I mean, should I get into this? Should I?
Well, how do you want to go? You want to start from the beginning? Should we briefly do the beginning for people who don't know?
Yeah, set it up.
Okay. So, young lady from Long Island, literally 10 minutes away from where I'm coming to you from right now. She moves down to Florida, meets this guy. I don't even know what the genesis was, but they were engaged. They decide that they are going to get one of these Sprinter vans and drive across country and vlog the whole thing. Social media pages, websites. This is not an uncommon thing. By the way, we have like 6 or 7 of these people that love this show. Like, I hear from people all the time that are like, this is what I'm doing right now, and I'm building up my thing, and I watch you guys, and I love it, and thank you. It's so, and it's such
people traveling across the country.
By the way, are you not envious of this? Because I would love to do this.
See, now my question is, I mean, the mode of transportation? Am I just sitting in a car driving, or am I like in an RV?
They buy these. Well, some of them do RVs. Some of them do these like vans. And then they just like put like a mattress in the back, and they got like little kitchens. I'll tell you who's a great channel for this. Nate and Kara, I think their name is. They have millions of subscribers. They travel all over the country. During COVID, when they couldn't travel, they bought a van and they were like, all right, screw it. We'll just drive the 50 states. But their channel is phenomenal. Like, so much fun. Anyway, so this is what this young lady was going to do. So they venture out west, and this is the timeline. We kind of discover what happens, but it's weird how it all sort of rolled out. They go out west. Long story short, both of them together, September 1st, July, whatever they leave. They drove up to Long Island for a graduation. Then from Long Island out west in July 2nd or 3rd, like that. And then September 1st, he drives back to Florida in his home where they lived with his parents. No Gabby.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not with them. Right.
She's not with them. So on September 11th, Gabby's parents, mom and dad, who are split up and both together with other people, they file a missing persons report. So this is really 6 days old. This story, even though the disappearance happened in late August. So what happened then from there was, once the missing persons was announced and they're trying to find her, then we get the story of there was a police incident with them in August where they were pulled over in the van and cops questioned them. And this was in Wyoming. D, are you up here?
I think it was Wyoming.
I think it was Wyoming. Near one of the national parks. And the cops are questioning them. And what we learned, and by the way, Gabby is crying the entire time that they're being questioned. You could tell that obviously she suffers from some sort of mental illness. She admits on camera, on body camera, the police officer's body cam, that she has OCD. Apparently they were arguing a whole bunch. You'd think that he hit her. In actuality, she admits to hitting him. He was just trying to get away from her, and she wouldn't let up on it. And she was trying to clean up the van. And I guess things weren't going well with the vlog. These things are really hard. You start these things, and it's hard to make a splash when there's a lot of people doing the same type of thing. It's hard, So I don't know what their issues were, and they're together for long periods of time. That could aggravate people. So long story short, the cop basically asks her, and we only know this now because there was once they found out that there was a police incident, there was a demand over the last 6 days to release the body cam footage, to which the law enforcement decided, yeah, sure, we'll, and it's an hour and 17 minutes. I'd play clips, but there's no real purpose. So she admits that she hit him. The police officer asked if she was trying to harm him. He basically gave her every out so that he didn't have to arrest her. And she said no, she wasn't trying to harm him. She was just, in a panic. He was trying to take her phone because she was putting her phone in his face and this whole other crazy, I don't know, all sorts of crazy stuff. But you could tell she was hysterical because at one point the cop gets behind them and he's starting to pull over the boyfriend and she jerks the wheel and they wind up hitting the curb.
Right.
So obviously she's not.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
In a right state of mind. So we learn that. Now, after this happens, after this police incident, two lesbians who just got married right nearby, 10, 15 minutes away from where this incident was, or 20 minutes, wherever, it was close by, turn up dead. Okay, so this is the other thing that they're looking at.
I didn't hear this.
You didn't hear this part of the story? Oh, yeah. Two women, middle-aged women, 20s, 30s, I don't know. Wind up, we found them shot to death in the same area. So that happens. Then so again, going back a couple of days after the argument, she was last seen coming out of a hotel. Again, in Wyoming, in this area, coming out of a hotel. I think she was doing laundry or something like that. And then she had communication with her mother. They were texting the entire time. The mother got a text from her on August 23rd. And then I'm sorry. On August 25th, the mother gets a text message from her. And the family now is saying that they don't believe that message on August 25th was really from her.
And they also said, because the message was no cell service in this park, but they weren't supposed to be in that park, right? From what I understand, that park was like 800 miles away from the park that they said they were going to be in.
Right. I think that was part of it. Right. Correct. So here's where the intrigue really gets crazy. That nobody knows where she is. He gets back in the van, which, by the way, there's a new wrinkle to this, and I'll share it with everybody. I don't know how true it is, but I'll just share it with you. He gets back in the van. He turns up in Florida. Missing person. This is September 1st. So 10 days go by till the family finally goes and files a missing persons report. The guy, whose name is Brian Laundrie, that's the boyfriend's name. The guy won't talk to anybody to tell them where she is.
Yeah, this is the most. I mean, if you go out, you're the last person probably to see this young girl. The police want to know where she is. If you have nothing to do with it, you tell the police.
Yeah,
this is what I know.
Won't talk to her family. Won't talk to the police. When the police reach out to him after the missing persons, obviously was the last person. Where was she? She was with the boyfriend. Okay, let's go talk to the boyfriend. Goes to the boyfriend. By the time they get to the boyfriend, he is already lawyered up, and he refuses to talk to the police. Tells him to talk to my attorney. And this was a few days ago.
I mean, I don't get. They already have the police took the van, so they have that as evidence.
So you had the van in Florida. So the police took the van in yesterday or the day before. They were analyzing the van. The chief down there in Florida didn't have much to say other than he's like, it's going to take time for us to go through everything and figure out what's what. Her lawyer, or the lawyer that her family hired, he read a letter out yesterday, which was basically calling on his family to say something. It's basically like, how can you just sit there and let this happen? Let him not say anything. Like, I know you're trying to protect him, but like, you're a parent too. You must know what this is like. Like, imagine what shoes that we're in. Help us out here. Nothing there. Brian Laundrie's sister comes out. I forget if this was yesterday or earlier today. And she says that she hopes that everything is okay and blah, blah, blah. But as it turns out, that was just a huge softball because she hasn't spoken to Brian, or Brian, nor has Brian spoken to her.
It's mind-boggling how he lawyered up so fast, and if he has nothing to do with whatever's going on, why not speak to the authorities or to the parents?
That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Obviously, he knows something that he doesn't want to tell. He doesn't want to say.
Yeah.
That's why he's got a lawyer. You're entitled. I mean, the Constitution. You're entitled to keep silent. You don't have to say anything that'll incriminate you.
Right.
But that implies that there's something there to be said that might incriminate you.
Mm-hmm.
So someone's silence might not say that they're guilty, but it doesn't help.
It doesn't help. But legal experts are saying that he's actually doing the right thing. Attorney Ron Kuby said, "I am never confident my client had nothing to do with anything." This is not Brian's attorney. This is just an attorney. "I don't believe my clients when they say they're guilty. I don't believe my clients when they say they're innocent. The best legal advice is to say nothing." Even though there are several scenarios that would potentially absolve Laundrie of foul play, Kuby said he'd still be cautious about letting him open his mouth. She could have accidentally fallen to her death, and Laundrie feared he'd be blamed for it. Or perhaps Petito disappeared to create a social media frenzy that would enhance her blogger profile, and he was sworn to secrecy. These are possibilities consistent with innocence, but no one ever talked themselves out of trouble by talking to the police. He conceded that his guidance can be a PR nightmare, but that public condemnation is preferable to disclosing information that gets a suspect convicted. From a moral standpoint, Kuby said, from an ethical standpoint, from a duty to treat others in a kind way, it's a gross violation of society norms. This is, of course, why people hate lawyers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you want to be like, just tell us everything you know.
Yeah.
But
it brings up an interesting scenario. What if she fucking fell down a goddamn thing and...
Well, then you call someone immediately. Why wouldn't you?
Would, yeah, right. Wouldn't you panic? And...
Right as it right after it happened, authorities come help, or anybody, something, 911. There's been an accident. You don't just go, see ya, and just drive away. I mean, that is ridiculous. If she fell, and the only two responses that are plausible here would be either go, the only response that makes sense to this kid's narrative, it would be that he didn't do anything and just went home, which doesn't make sense.
No, because where is she? Like he just got in the van and left, and
why would he leave her there?
Yeah,
if she fell, if she's okay or not.
Why would he leave her there, even if she didn't fall? Like, why would he just flat out leave her there? And
where is she if he left her there? If he left her somewhere?
Right. What would be the harm if he was just like, we just split, man. I took the thing home and I left her at a thing. That's it.
Yeah, which would be fine, except she hasn't contacted anybody.
Right.
I mean, where, if he left her somewhere in some state and they split up or whatever, okay. That's not a crime.
Could you imagine if this was a stunt? That would be insane.
That would be, I can't imagine, especially with all this police,
I know, but who really expects this to blow up this much? I mean, again, like I said, I read this story 6 days ago and I was like, they'll find it.
I get that, but as soon as it blows up for a second, stunt's over.
Right.
I mean,
call it a quits.
You're like, all right, the police are involved. Time to show my face.
So she's probably very dead, which is horrible.
I don't know.
I mean, remember the girl, who was the girl from our old neighborhood? Remember? She was missing for a bunch of days. It's a horrible thing to go through.
I hope she's not. I hope she's alive somewhere. Maybe she Maybe she checked into some kind of facility, and he doesn't want to say anything.
See, I feel you got a chance at that 3-4 days in, 7 days, with the amount of media coverage this is getting now.
I'm trying to stay on the positive side here.
Yeah, I'll stay on the realistic side. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but you don't know who's watching or listening or what. You don't want to.
Yeah.
Tell people.
No, that's true.
Stuff that's terrible.
That's true. There are a ton of. This is. She grew up here. She grew up literally where
Yeah. So there's hope that she's still alive, and she's just somewhere where maybe she hasn't reached out. She's choosing not to reach out.
Yeah, I don't know. But here's on TikTok. Hold on a second. I'm getting some more communications here. Hold on a second. Let's see if I have
who's communicating with you.
More news. Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh God. What?
This just in. The sister of Brian Laundrie, who is a person of interest, disappearance, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's right. The sister was on Good Morning America. I said that, right? Didn't I say the sister said it?
Not on Good Morning America, but you said that she said something. Yeah.
Yeah. Police in Florida today were spotted. Sorry, got a little tickle in my throat.
Yeah, right. He's all right, folks. He's okay.
Way to fill in there, big man.
Waiting for you. I'm waiting on you. That's just building tension.
I would have been back a second ago, but I muted it, and then the stupid computer, the little thing that pops up on the bottom of the Mac, it popped up, and I couldn't unmute it because the thing was in the way. Anyway, so today,
the sister,
police in Florida today were spotted at the laundry home. They said they were not speaking with Brian himself, but the family, his family, at their request. The circumstances surrounding the discussion are not yet clear. In the interview with GMA, Cassie Laundrie said she has spoken to police, but not with her brother since he returned home to Northport. See, that's the thing. She never talked to the brother, so who cares what she has to say?
Yeah, I mean, unless she's involved somehow, she's what's she going to tell them?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. I mean, the only person that has the best answer would be this kid, Brian. And when is he going to say something? If everything's okay and she's fine, why wouldn't he just say, yeah, she's fine. She's somewhere. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, she's not in harm's way. Whatever it is. If she's not okay, that's probably reason to lawyer up and stay silent. If in his mind, and I'm sure his lawyers are telling him, don't, just keep your mouth shut. And I mean, what are they waiting for? What are the lawyers and he waiting for?
I don't know. It's very upsetting though. Like, because again, just say what's what. And here's the thing too. Just talk to the. I get what the lawyer is saying, but just talk to the cops. Just say what happened. If you're really innocent, if nothing's wrong, talk to the cops.
To the cops. I mean,
that's always my thing. When shit goes down and I know I did nothing wrong, ask me whatever you know. I'll tell you everything. Because now I'm not saying a murder, but I'm saying if something gets fucked up or whatever.
Yeah, if it's all.
Talk to me. I'll tell you anything, and hopefully it'll lead to figure out what happened and how we can avoid it in the future, fix it and whatever.
Yeah, because nothing. I mean, this is his fiance.
Yeah,
and he's not helping authorities find her.
So this girl Miranda, right? Where's the concern on your now? And again, like when you watch the video and you see that she's slapping the crap out of him, and there's a whole thing going on there. Kind of, I don't know if this was going to go the long. They might have been on the cusp of breaking up and whatever. Fine.
Break up then.
Yeah.
But
you still.
This is different.
Yeah, you still should have some sort of care for a person. I'll never forget this. One of my early girlfriends, we were fighting about something. We were in the city, and she was so mad at me. I don't even remember what it was. But I just remember being I was so frustrated with her. And it was like so I got like she was like she wanted to I was like I want to break up and I'm like great. Like I can't even take you anymore. Like no problem. But I remember we were parked on a street somewhere in Manhattan. We lived in Queens at the time, and she slammed the door, like stormed out of the car, slammed the door. It's like in the middle of Manhattan, and it wasn't like the greatest, area. We were like on the Lower East Side, so it was kind of like Alphabet City, kind of
Mm.
like not ideal. And I remember, like, I got out of the car, and I was like, "Why don't you get back in the car, and I'll take you home?" And she's like, "I'll never forget this." She goes, "Don't try and it's over. Don't try and convince me." And I go, "I'm not." But I was like,
But
"I
get in the
can't,
car.
in good conscience, leave you here. Let me just drive you home, and then that could be like I'll go my way, and and that'll be the end of it." And I think that upset her more.
How
And
was that car ride?
I wish I could remember it. I think it was quiet. I don't even
I would
remember that
imagine
part of it.
so. I
I
would
just
imagine a very quiet car ride.
Isn't that weird? I just remember her going, "Forget it, it's over." And I remember going, "Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
Cool." But
great.
I can't, if I go home and your mom calls and it's like, "Where's my daughter?" Like, I can't. I'll
No,
fucking,
no, good move.
yeah. And that's what, so that it's funny 'cause that kind of just jogged my memory, remind me of that. Anyway,
Did
I
you
don't
pay
know
her for her time?
what.
What? No, nothing.
Just shut the fuck up, asshole. You know who it was.
I probably do.
We subsequently got back together. It broke up a little bit more after that.
Yeah, that was gonna last.
Yeah. I don't really care for people. Like I never really, I never really got, I never really fought for anybody, ever.
It's hard because once they don't want you, it's like, what am I doing? What?
I lose all interest.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
see ya. I don't want to. What am I going to convince you? You know me. I'm not. What am I going to do? But have you seen this side of me? It's like, no. Like you're not
And
going
by
to
the
show me
way,
something new. All of a sudden, I'm going to fall back in love with you.
right. I remember. By the way, I didn't beg to get back at that point. She did.
Sure.
And then I was the one who ultimately ended it. I might not have been the next time. It might have been the time after that. We were.
Oh
I don't
boy.
know. How old could we have been? What was that? What are we? 8? No, we were driving. Oh yeah, 18, 19,
You're
20.
in college.
I think. Yeah. Had to be right. Yeah, had to be. Like freshman year of college. Yeah.
You
Like
poor
freshman.
bastard.
But I never got like people that are like. That's why like people that get upset. Like I mean, I get it, but it's kind of like who gives a shit? Really? I mean, like they were so great. Like, were they? Like I don't get that. Like I got to convince somebody to be with me thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that
not. If
doesn't
they're
work.
not interested, it's like, what am I?
That never
What am I
works,
doing?
right?
Yeah. Because you're always going to be. You're going to have no hand. You need hand.
You need hand. Now listen. Let me say this. I get convincing a man because men are dumb. So
That's
I get
true.
having to point out to a man, like, avoid your dumbness and realize how great this is in front of you. That I get. Women don't need to be convinced. They're not.
They're pretty savvy at figuring out
Yeah.
if you're right for them.
They know what time it is.
Right.
Miranda Baker puts this on TikTok. It has exploded. This girl, I would love to get your opinion on whether or not you believe her, Frank. Because here's the thing. Outside of the information that we just gave you about Gabby Petito and the boyfriend and what happened, nobody's seen or heard anything.
Quick
Nothing.
side question here.
Yes.
When did the vlogging and all that stop?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think it was probably around that same 23rd, 20, that's I think the 23rd is the
Their
thing.
last video was, I mean, I'm sure I'm sure the police are going over every video. But
Yeah, and here's what's weird too. Her family is saying that August 25th text was not from her, but they're not saying why.
yeah.
Not saying why. And there was a couple of times where, the police chief down in Florida, when he did his press conference a day or two ago, he was basically saying, I can't share that information with you. The FBI is asking me not to share that information. And her family lawyer said the same thing too. FBI doesn't want us talking about this.
You can't. I mean, it's an ongoing investigation. You can't.
Yeah.
Give out information that you can't give out.
Yeah.
That's it. And we got to deal with that. We got to just live with that till it's all wrapped up.
All right. Let's take a look at Miranda. So now
Who is this?
Here comes this Miranda girl, and she's on TikTok, and she's saying that she picked up Brian, who was hitchhiking.
That doesn't. Yeah. He came back with the van, though.
He came back with the van. Take a listen. Let's see.
And on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park at 5:30 at night at Coulter Bay. I'm hoping this can help someone identify him because I saw him from TikTok, which then made me call the authorities, and my boyfriend and I have been in contact with a bunch of different people to help piece together different parts of this case. But we picked him up at Coulter Bay, like I said, at 5:30. He approached us asking us for a ride because he needed to go to Jackson, which we were going to Jackson that night. So I said, hop in. He hopped in the back of my Jeep. We then, proceeded to make small talk. But before he came in the car, he offered to pay us like $200 to give him a ride, like 10 miles. So that was kind of weird. He then told us he's been camping for multiple days without his fiancé. He did say he had a fiancé, and that she was working on their social media page back at their van. Then once, in conversation, I brought up, we're going to Jackson. He freaked out. He's like, nope, I need to get out right now. Pull over. So we pulled over at the Jackson Dam, which I don't know if you know Teton Park, but it's not very far from Coulter Bay. And if this does reach people, I can post pictures of, exactly where we were. We picked him up and the whole route or whatever, and screenshots of the timestamps. We dropped him off at 6:09 p.m. on August 29th. He kind of hurried out of the car, and then he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go find someone else to, hitchhike. And we're like, okay. It was a weird situation. So when we picked him up, he was wearing a backpack, he had a long sleeve pants, hiking boots, and he had scruff. But he didn't look dirty. For someone who was camping for multiple days, he didn't look dirty, he didn't smell dirty. So that part was kind of weird. And I'm just really hoping that they find her, and this helps someone remember seeing him or, something like that. Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 20th.
So I'm sure the police are talking to her.
She said she talked to the FBI.
So it's I mean, that's
Speaking
weird.
of FBI, here's the most investigated person on the show. That's J Sabs. What up, kiddo?
The federal boob inspector herself.
Investigative?
Investigated.
I like to take both. Thanks.
Okay.
Because I do my research.
Have you performed a lot of
every
investigations?
person. Oh, yes.
Okay. We're talking Gabby Petito. Did you hear about this Miranda girl who says she picked up the boyfriend who was hitchhiking by Grand Teton?
No. That's new.
Yeah.
That's brand new. Just happened.
Yeah.
Just
okay,
played.
We just
okay. Yeah.
I just heard
the
it
video,
though.
the audio. Yeah.
All right.
So that's weird.
So what do you think, J Sabs? What do you think about Gabby Petito?
Have you mentioned the lesbian couple yet?
So I did talk about the lesbian couple, but we didn't really have a chance to then go put the bow on that.
So you want to know my
What's your theory?
I think that the lesbian couple saw him do something to her, kill her, and so he killed them in return.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think they saw something and then he was like, nope.
That theory has been floated out there. But here's the thing with that theory. Where's her body then? Because they found the two women, where is she?
Well, if they found her there, then they would pin it to the boyfriend right away. So he probably had to remove all evidence that he was there somehow.
Well, and
Right.
that's the thing. So he took the van back to Florida. So I have a hard time believing that if he did something to her, he then put her in the van and dropped her off. So like that doesn't make sense to me because they'd find that shit right away.
Not
I
only that,
mean,
yeah.
the thing with that is the van was extremely clean. He might have cleaned it.
Well, they could tell if you've cleaned it out, like removed any kind of stains or anything.
Was it extreme? Is that what they were saying? It was extremely clean.
Yep. Very
Not
clean.
A good sign. Not a good sign.
I mean, also, I don't know how good this kid is at whatever, but if he was involved in 3 murders, he's going to leave evidence at the scene in some way. No, I mean with the women and I'm sure it's not a clean and neat kind of thing.
Oh, it is. What?
I can't imagine he covered all his bases.
For a first timer, maybe.
I don't know.
You know what? You never know.
I see. I don't know about the women because if they were found outdoors dead, that to me is an easy one. You pull the trigger, they're there. You leave them there. There's nothing to cover up really. But if she's in the van or who knows? Maybe because the thing is if she's in the van, I feel like you're gonna get found out. Because even if you do clean it, like I don't know,
still could be evidence. I mean,
still could be something. A drop of blood that you missed somewhere or
anything. Even whatever you used to clean.
Did they do that with OJ? Like, was anything found in his van?
Well, blood. There was blood everywhere. Yeah.
I mean,
I know, but I don't think this Laundrie's gonna hire the OJ lawyer, like the type of OJ spent millions on them lawyers. I don't know if this guy's got that kind of cash. But then
you think that's why he won?
The other thing,
the FBI has the van and they're going through it like crazy. I'm sure they're gonna, even if this kid cleaned up whatever. They would be able to tell that he cleaned.
But why would he take the van? Why would he take the van?
Why wouldn't he just leave it or like get rid of it or do something?
Leave it. Hop on a plane.
Because he rented it. He probably had they owned
it.
To bring it.
It was hers.
They bought it?
Yeah.
Unless he just got scared and was like, I don't want to look guilty with not taking the van. Because I think you look more guilty if you don't take the van.
And how's he getting back home?
Well, that's what I mean. Like he got home with it.
But I see, and then I think the other side of it too is if she wasn't involved in the van, and they did the couple did catch him killing her, she can't be too far away. And you know what I mean? Like how far away could she possibly be?
That's if these two things are related.
They also could be entirely unrelated. But it's also kind of strange.
It's a weird
that a woman
coincidence.
Goes missing, and then 2 other women are shot dead in this area where.
Did he have a gun? Did he? And he lived in Florida. They're traveling on the road. Maybe he did carry a gun. I feel like a lot of these questions, they're gonna find they would be able to find out the answers very quickly.
Yeah. What's so strange though is, and did you watch the footage, J-Sabs, the police footage, the body cam? What's so weird is, though, he doesn't seem like a bad guy in that footage at all. I mean, to me, it looks like he's trying not to get the shit kicked out of him by his girlfriend, who is hysterical throughout the entire video.
Right.
I could tell Janine disagrees. I'm getting a not agreeable read off of Janine right now.
No, you know what? I'm going to have to watch it again and make...
I think he looks creepy. His look is creepy.
Right.
But he seems very like, and he said like the cops were looking at him and he had marks on his hands, and he like came to her defense. He was like, "Oh no, I got this from a wire or whatever." Like he didn't seem like he wanted to get her in trouble.
I don't know. It's like, God, what can I say about murderers? I don't think. I truly don't think a lot of them are like, premeditated. I think that a lot of times they just happen. Like people just snap and go crazy and they don't even realize what they do. But the thing is with him is what was the reason he gave why he's not saying anything about it?
That's the problem. I mean, if he didn't do anything wrong, if she did something or someone else did something, or if she just left, why wouldn't you call authorities instantly? Like if she fell off something happened to her and he doesn't want to say what happened to her, but it didn't involve him, why wouldn't he just call, hey, 911, she got attacked or something happened or this happened? Why would you go home and then lawyer up and not say anything?
Well, this is
something
crazy.
Bad happened.
This is just this happened just a little while ago. Like within an hour ago. Let me put it up on the screen for everybody. Hold on. That's what's so crazy about this. Like we're in the time now where stuff is going to be like coming to light like every other second.
Yeah, because this is a relatively new case. I mean, this is only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, here, look. The cops enter his Florida home where his parents are with an evidence bag. Look, that's an evidence bag.
Yep.
See it?
Well, yeah. So they got a warrant to go into their house.
No, I don't. No, remember I said a little while ago. The parents invited the parents.
Oh, the parents.
Brian's parents.
All right, so no warrant.
Yeah.
So they can come in and they see what they see and they pick up whatever they're going to pick up, whether or not. I mean, that's where they lived too. They lived in that house, right?
Right. She lived there as well. Yeah.
So, but wait, what is the reason that he's saying nothing? Like, why is he not saying anything? Did he give a reason why he's not saying anything?
No.
He just said, I'm not commenting. I'm not going to tell you where she is.
Yeah, that when they got there to talk to him, he already had a lawyer, and then the lawyer released a statement on the 12th or the 13th, whatever it was, because September 11th is a Saturday. So I think Monday, the lawyer released a statement saying that they hope Gabby is reunited with their family. It was a really shitty, awful, like you could tell, like it was crafted to perfection. Like, it was lawyery
without slipping up, without saying anything.
Right. I had it up here a second ago. I'll share it with you the way they said it. But here we go. The statement read, I understand that a search has been organized for Miss Petito in or near Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. On behalf of the Laundrie family, it is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family.
I mean, there's a bunch of implications in there.
This is the lawyer said this. And then the last bit of it is, on the advice of counsel, the Laundrie family is remaining in the background at this juncture and will have no further comment.
Hope she's reunited. I mean, the implication is that either they don't know where she is. No, there's really nothing. That statement covers their ass on everything. It seems like they could know and they could not know.
It's very hard. I mean, like, oh, God, it's.
I mean, if you're a lawyer, let's say Anthony, you're a lawyer, and this kid came to you and said, "I know where she is, but I can't say. Here's where she is," and now you're the lawyer. Do you have the obligation to be like, cops, she's over there? You can't, right?
No, you can't.
That's your client. You can't say anything.
Yeah,
I guess not. Oh, I guess only if her
unless
life
she's in danger.
Is in danger.
Even if you think your client is guilty, you still have to try to prove them innocent. Defend them. Which is, to me,
otherwise no one would have a lawyer.
I guess so, but to me, that's just crazy. Like, how could you even? I don't know. Like Casey Anthony. Come on.
That blows me away, how she got away with that.
I mean, I watched that trial from work, and I was so upset for a while.
It's terrible
after that.
Happened.
Because the problem is, it's that exact charge that she was charged with. It should have been a different one, and that's why. And that happens a lot. So it's like one little charge can make you guilty or not guilty, where, I don't know. Oof. Don't get me fired up.
You fired up there, J Sabs.
I would love to be in the jury for this trial when it comes up.
Oh, they're not going to pick you. I
That
think you might be a
would be
little
great.
one-sided there.
A little bit.
But
I mean, who knows? Who knows what else is going to come out?
Yeah, things are coming out every hour here.
Oh, like crazy. Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like at some point they're gonna take this guy out of that house in cuffs. So like that's gonna be the next like hysterical craze.
Within 2 days, I'd say.
Probably.
They got to get the evidence first, enough to arrest them.
Walking in with an evidence bag, that means they're walking out with something. That's
maybe.
That wasn't.
I bet it's their whatever they use for uploading videos, computer, all that stuff. I'm sure they're taking that stuff.
We're supposed to have Deanna make a comeback on the show so she could talk about our grand jury thing, but I forgot. Might be too late for that. Anyway, so here come the theories about the zone of death. You know what the zone of death is?
No.
All right, for those of you that are watching, it's that red highlighted area on the screen. Now, this is in Wyoming. In 2005, an academic paper titled The Perfect Crime by Michigan State University law professor Brian Laundrie suggests that there's a 50 square mile swath of Idaho in which one might be able to commit felonies with impunity. What? The entire Yellowstone National Park falls under the Federal Judicial District of Wyoming, including an uninhabited small strip of land behind the Idaho state border, now known as the Zone of Death. The Sixth Amendment requires all criminal prosecutions to be heard by a jury from the state and district where the crime was committed. It is potentially impossible to try someone for murder in the Zone of Death because there is no one to summon for a jury who lives in both the state of Idaho and the district of Wyoming.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
So just because it's so remote, I mean, there are remote places everywhere. Why is this? I don't get why this is so.
A crime committed in the Zone of Death has never been brought before the courts, so it is uncertain how a loophole would be interpreted. But social media sleuths have suggested that the Zone of Death is the most logical place to search for the missing 22-year-old who never returned home from the cross-country trip.
Man.
Yeah.
That seems like, because there's like remote places. There's deserts everywhere. There's remote, nobody lives. How is this different? I don't understand that.
Because the national park is under the jurisdiction of Wyoming. But there's this little strip that is technically in the state of Idaho.
Oh, so some of the park is in Idaho.
Right.
But the park itself, the whole park is under Wyoming.
Right. It's under the judicial district of Wyoming.
So if something happens in that zone,
there's nobody that you can't call a jury there. The theory is. Now, it says here that this is never actually, but I actually read somewhere else that there was something with cows, that somebody killed a bunch of cows and they tried to, get it taken to trial to, get the money back for the cows or whatever the hell it was. And they couldn't do it because of this very reason.
Oh, God.
I mean, just get a jury. It doesn't matter whether, why does it matter where the jury, what?
Because it's in the Constitution. It's in in our laws.
Where all right, get a jury from the town over. What's the problem? It's just it's a peer. It's a jury of Americans for your peers. Why does it have to be in the same district?
According to the Sixth Amendment, it requires all criminal prosecutions to be heard by a jury from the state and district where the crime was committed.
Man.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change this.
They gotta update that.
Yeah. By the way, if you've been fighting with your significant other and they're like, "I know, honey, let's go to Wyoming," don't go.
I could think of a few people I'd like to meet over there.
Yeah.
Yikes.
All right, you want to go? We got to go through the Murdaugh Murders really quick.
Oh,
Have you heard about this one?
More. What? What do you got?
It's an insane story. This South Carolina family, big law family, been there for like 1 billion years. At the center of this is Alex Murdaugh, a 53-year-old South Carolina lawyer who comes from a legacy of prominent attorneys in the state where 3 generations of the family had been state prosecutors in the Hampton County area for more than a century. This saga began when Murdaugh's wife, Margaret, 52, and their son, Paul, were found fatally shot in June. Since then, there's been a whole slew of insanity. Okay, so here's the dates. June 7th, Margaret and Paul Murdaugh were found dead. Family of 4, by the way. There's 2 sons, mom and dad. Margaret and Paul Murdaugh were found dead on June 7th near dog kennels at the family's home in South Carolina. The County Collections Sheriff's Department said both victims suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Their bodies were discovered by Alex. He told authorities he had been out at the time of the shooting and found his wife and son dead when he arrived at home. South Carolina Law Enforcement Division said later on in a news release. At the time, Paul was awaiting trial on a charge of allegedly boating under the influence after a crash in February 2019 that killed a 19-year-old woman, Mallory Beach of South Carolina. So the son was driving a boat, drunk, got into an accident, kills this girl on the boat back in February of 19. Now they find the son and the mom dead. June 17th, John Marvin Murdaugh and Randy Murdaugh IV spoke with Good Morning America about the deaths of Maggie and Paul, saying they didn't believe their brother was involved in their killings. My brother loved Maggie and loved Paul like nothing else on this earth, just like he loves Buster, Randy said, naming Alex's other son. So there's no possible way he could have done anything with this, I can assure you. That was June 17th. June 22nd, they reopened the probe into a 2015 death of Stephen Smith. Authorities announced that reopened an investigation into the death of a man named Stephen Smith, 19, after new evidence was gathered during the course of the investigation into the Murdaugh double homicide. Smith was found dead in the middle of the road in Hampton County in 2015, and investigators believe he was hit by a vehicle, but no suspects were ever apprehended. On June 25th, the Murdaugh family announced a $100,000 reward for information. Alex and his son Buster announced a $100,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the assailants involved in the murders of Paul and Maggie. September 3rd, Alex resigns from his law firm. He officially resigns from the Murdaugh Parker Peters. Okay, he resigns from the law firm. September 4th, Murdaugh calls 911 saying he was shot. Alex Murdaugh called authorities saying he was shot in the head in Hampton County. A family spokesperson told ABC News at the time that he was changing a car tire when a car passed by him. The vehicle turned around and someone in the car shot him. He said in his statement at the time that he was shot near Old Salkatchie Road near Varnville, South Carolina. He was transported to a hospital in Savannah for treatment of a superficial gunshot wound to the head. The family spokesperson later offered clarification regarding the shooting, saying Alex had an entry and exit wound. His skull was fractured, and it was not a self-inflicted bullet wound. Alex had pulled over after seeing a low tire indicator light. On September 6th, he announced publicly that he had resigned from his law firm and will enter rehab, saying the murders of his wife and son have caused an incredible, difficult time in his life. On September 7th, the next day, Murdaugh's former law firm released a statement saying that Murdaugh formally resigned and that he is no longer associated with the firm. His resignation came after the discovery that Alex misappropriated funds in violation of PMPED standards and policies. On September 8th, the brother, shocked by Murdaugh allegations, Alex Murdaugh's law license got suspended. Investigations of money was announced on September 13th, missing from the firm. Police charged a man in Alex Murdaugh's shooting, Curtis Edward Smith, 61, in connection with the shooting. September 15, lawyers say Murdaugh set up his own shooting. Police open up a criminal investigation. It turns out that he paid some dude, his drug dealer, to shoot him in the head so that they could collect $10 million in insurance money for the son that was still alive.
To kill him. He wanted him to kill him.
Uh-huh. He wanted him to kill him. On September 16th, that was yesterday, Murdaugh turned himself into the Hampton County Detention Center on Thursday, September 16th. I skipped in here somewhere that also their maid died. Somewhere in all this mess,
Trip and fall.
Their maid was killed.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting from all this is that the mother and son were shot a few months ago. The
After
father
that son killed a girl
2 years ago.
in a boating accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the father, I mean, do they have suspects? Do they know who did this? Do they know what's going on? Because this is, I mean.
Frank's at a loss.
It's crazy shit.
Oh, we lost Anthony for a second.
Oops.
Ant, you there?
I'm here.
This actually sounds better.
No,
darn
we
it.
hear you, but seeing you is a problem.
You can't see me, but you can hear me?
Right. Right now you're a circle with a little avatar in the middle.
I never look so good, I think.
That's
I like
true.
this better.
This is better than my real face.
I like when you talk, the little lines come out like a little.
It bounces around a little bit.
We could see your voice.
Like the blob.
I don't even know what to say. Like, this is like fucked up all over. And
I mean, could it just be a random shooting in the house? It's 2 years later.
Well, no, the maid's dead. Mom and son are dead.
What happened to the maid?
Paid somebody to kill him.
the maid fell in the house.
Oh, was that what it was? It fell in the house?
Yeah, but the thing is, I never said like it was anyone's fault, but he still gave her family $500,000. That's what I read before.
Right. That was it. Right.
This guy.
And then wasn't there something with the son being gay, and that was the murder of Stephen Smith?
I don't know.
That was the
that
tie-in.
one I didn't read. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw that.
I don't know, man. But so the father isn't the is he a guy of interest? I mean,
no, because I mean, I think the person of interest is probably the family of the fucking
girl
of the original girl from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah, I mean, all right. And did we lose you altogether? But now it's just me and Janine.
This is much better.
We could do this show on our own. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great.
No, I'm still here. I'm trying to figure
what?
out. Nope. I don't know. But this is riveting for everybody watching and listening. So right now, Anthony's trying to figure out how to get back onto the screen. And I think we're doing just fine.
Yep.
So the Murdaugh Murders. We don't know who did it. And Janine's looking to check out. So this just might be the Frankie C show.
Oh, God.
She's already saluting. She's been on the show for 20 minutes. She's already on her way out.
Well, we covered it a lot in the last 20 minutes, so.
Anthony's trapped in the internet, and we're sending a search party in. Dude, what is going on? Can you talk?
No, I don't think so.
All right,
he's tied up at the moment.
Give me the next topic. We'll go on to the next topic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm stuck in the internet. See, he can see.
He is stuck in the internet.
He can see and hear.
So this is a weird one. Prince Philip's will. So it comes out that his will is going to be sealed for the next, I think, 70 years. It's either 70 or 90. That's what the will says. Like it's not going to be opened until. Let me see if I can get the.
Don't you think that someone's definitely just going to
90 years.
So it's for his grandchildren, right?
I guess it's for his grandchildren, but why not open it now?
Right.
I mean, where's great grandchildren? 90 years. His grandchildren are going to be in their 90s.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess his great grandchildren.
Right.
But that's a weird request. I mean, what could be in there? It's going to be sealed until.
Someone's definitely looking at it. Come on.
Well, no, okay, I'm back. You guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see me for the rest of the show, but that's okay. You don't need to see me.
No,
it's fine.
It's weird. This is like standard operating procedure for the royal family. All their wills are sealed up for 90 years.
So why is this a big deal?
Well, it's a big deal because it has been in the past unsealed previously. Can you guess who out of the royal family was
Diana?
Yep, Diana was unsealed. That was the last one that was totally unsealed. So
I mean, but everybody else it's 90 years and then it's unsealed. That's how it goes?
Isn't that ridiculous? Like, I think after 5, it's like, okay.
Yeah, come on.
That's good enough.
Because you know what it is? Whoever unseals the will is going to be like, oh, thanks, person I never met.
Right.
And don't know anything about it. It's probably going to be the great grandkids who benefit from whatever this will says. and they don't know who's this guy's gonna. I'm sure they'll hear about him, they'll read about him, but
they don't know him really.
90 years. That's why that number.
I don't know. It's a weird, bizarre ass number. Is that better?
That is way worse. All I see is me, Janine, and a huge gaping butthole.
Excuse me. My will be sealed because it is under an audit right now. Okay, it's being audited.
I'll release my will once the audit's over.
That's it. Excuse me.
Well, we can't do the Newsmax cutoff now. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
You want me to look it up? I'll get the video.
The topic sucked anyway. Some Newsmax guy cut off one of the veterans. It was kind of hysterical because he started shitting on Trump. I thought it was pretty funny. He was like, "You're not gonna shit on Trump," because the guy, they were talking about Afghanistan, and he was like, "Oh," he's like, the guy was like, "Oh, this has been messed up for a really long time. Like Trump did this," and the guy was like, "Cut him off." He got all like pissy.
Really?
Do you want to hear the audio? You can hear the audio. I can't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Let me play the audio for you guys here.
I mean, that's what you got to change the topic, but yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's all right.
All right. Let me go to the thing.
Janine's looking to cut out, by the way.
Happened under President Trump, and I know there's a lot of people on the left that want to try to blame President Trump. He wanted out of Afghanistan.
That's the Newsmax host.
Real frustrated, not being
You're
able
kidding.
to get out, but he didn't pull out because he knew this would happen. In fact, we all did. I called it on this program. My 12-year-old son knew about it, and so I've got Americans there that are stuck. To me, that's a hostage situation. But Joe, I appreciate you working to get them out. I really do, and I wish you all luck in the world.
With due respect,
Thank you for.
With due respect, Grant, I mean, like, veterans, being one, right, and our friends are over there.
Right.
We followed this closely from multiple administrations, and we know the Trump's administration's efforts here were fairly weak, that they were trying to limit the number of people that would get out. And
Joe,
so there was coordination problems.
Joe, I'm gonna cut you. I'm already weak. I'm already low on time, Joe. Cut him off, please. Cut him off now. Cut him off now. You're not gonna blame this on President Trump on my show. That's not happening.
What a dickhead.
I appreciate the work that you're doing. God bless you for being a veteran. God bless you for trying to get Americans out. But don't come on this program and take the talking points of the left and blame President Trump. That's not helping anybody. The Biden administration screwed this up from the very start. You know it. I know it. The country knows it. And to call them not hostages, I don't know how you don't call them hostages.
Yeah, so that's the Newsmax guy.
What a piece of shit.
He got a little angry, huh?
What a giant piece of shit. You got a guy that a military person that is there and knows the situation better than most people in the world. And you cut him off because he's saying something you don't like. What a fucking dickhead.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, but you call yourself a news station and this guy's giving you something you just don't want to hear, so you yell at him and you cut him off? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, but that
big. I love it.
That's really just some ballsy bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, he was a little out of line, the guy veterans talking. And I think it's, like I said, there's plenty of blame to go around for all this shit,
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, don't blame President Trump. Why not?
Not on my show.
What an asshole. Let him say his piece. If you disagree with it, come back and tell him why he's wrong. Don't just cut him off and yell at him like an asshole. You're supposed to be a professional news person, not some, idiot with a podcast. Sorry, I thought that was kind of funny. So I don't know. Here he is.
I thought it was funny.
Thank you.
I've been here the whole time. I can't turn my camera back on. It's a stupid thing.
We're good. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I just wish I didn't have to stare at that.
Well, now that I got that up there, I can't change. I don't know how to change it. I forgot.
Oh, God, what the hell happened?
Hysterical.
We are derailed.
I like to be derailed. What?
Oh, whoa.
Good Lord. What kind of podcast is this?
I don't know what it's diving into here, but we've lost control of it all.
All right. Next topic. Oh, so you want to... There we go. Is that better? I'm already up there. You got me twice.
All right, Didi Gregorius. All right, so he doesn't have swollen balls, but he's basically blaming his bad season on the COVID-19 vaccine. I'm starting to see a trend here. If
Yeah.
something
So am I.
shitty's going on in your life, just blame it on the vaccine. It's actually not a bad strategy. But Didi Gregorius, who was on the Yankees and then now he's on the Philadelphia Phillies, which that could be a reason for anybody's decline in production in baseball. Says that he developed an elbow condition after he was vaccinated for COVID-19 called pseudogout. It's a form of arthritis causing painful swelling. The shortstop said the condition hurt his performance throughout the season. He said, some people say it's from the vaccine. I will say it's likely from that too. But then you say that and everyone looks at you like you're stupid because the vaccine is not supposed to be like that or give you that reaction.
I love how it's some people say it's this, so I'll say it too. Who said it? Tell us. Your doctors say it. That's okay. Is this a side effect? Tell us who said it.
Again, I will maintain this is a side effect of playing for the Philadelphia Phillies.
That's probably.
Well, I mean, like the thing is, there's a lot of different things people can experience from any vaccine. Could be a coincidence, or this could have actually happened for me. My friend's father got a flu vaccine a couple of years ago and could not move his arm for weeks. And he's a he's a general contractor. Never had pain like that before in his life. And they said it was from the shot. It was from the flu shot, which they were like, so we advise that you don't get it again. But yeah, so I do believe in it. You never know. You never know.
Let me ask you a question, Janine. And I don't want this question to give you the idea that I don't believe you.
Oh God.
But were there home renovations going on at the time? Because I faked some pretty awful things to get out of renovating a bathroom.
Oh yeah, my arm's not working for some reason. I don't get it.
Must be that flu thing.
Oh my God, my arm. That chicken I ate. No.
Here's what people are saying. There's a vaccine specialist at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, very famous hospital. And he told the New York Post, who reported on this, and the Philadelphia Inquirer, that pseudogout has nothing to do with the vaccine. He said it was possible that the vaccine would cause the condition to flare up if he already had it and didn't know about it. But even then, it would only last a few days. When they said this to Didi Gregorius, his response was, "My balls blew up, and that's why I didn't have a good season." So I don't.
It's hard to run. It's hard to run when that happens.
It's a lot. There's a lot to consider here, a lot to think about.
I hear you.
Frank's all fired up about Jeopardy.
See, this pisses me off. Now,
Why now?
They announced, I don't know, yesterday, today, whatever it was, that Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings will be hosting.
Wait, who's Bialik?
Mayim.
Got it.
Right. We'll be hosting Jeopardy until the end of the year.
It's got to be your Bialik.
What pisses me off, not that they were chosen. Choose either one of them. Choose both of them. I don't care. But why till the end of the year? Just make them the hosts. Why is this so hard to just land on someone? Hey, you're hosting now. Take the reins. What is going on? Why is it just why?
They're temping.
These are the people that were. I mean, Mayim Bialik was going to have the hosting job for these special programs anyway. Ken Jennings is like the #1 Jeopardy contestant in history or whatever it was. Why just give it to them? Just let them do it until further notice. You're hired. This is it. And then if it doesn't work out, why say to the end of the year? Just say until someone better comes along. Just say you're hired. Why put a deadline on it?
I think because this is all bullshit. I also found it interesting that when they shit canned the other guy, they had a week's worth of his shows that he hosted in the can, and they just played him on the air anyway. So literally, like the week Mike Richards got fired.
No, they used the show. Yeah.
When you tuned in, he was the host of the show for that week.
Right.
Like that's crazy.
But why not just say Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings? They're the new hosts. Great.
For the same reason why they fire him, but then they air those shows. Like if he was so toxic and bad, why would you air those shows?
I don't know because I don't know because the contestants maybe they had to, maybe they signed stuff that you had to air them. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe for legal reasons they had to put them on.
There were no real reasons because they don't give a shit. Not
Okay.
like none of this is real, and they're just like floating through this crap, like going, I hope this goes away, so that we could charge people a lot of money for for ads and shit like that.
Okay. I just feel like pull the trigger on a host already. I don't get this dancing around. What are they testing it out for the next 4 months on Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings? What is that? What is it you're going to learn 4 months from now that you don't already know now?
Yeah, and then here's the other thing too: the people that get to make these decisions, they're like sitting in the room going, "Oh, the attention's all on us and what we're going to do." And I think they're getting a little used to that. So if they drag this on for a longer period of time,
they'll still get more. Yeah.
Yeah, because then 4 months from now, when the year's up, they could go through this all over again and say, "Oh, maybe they're not hosting anymore.
Yeah,
maybe we got to pick someone else."
It's like when the COVID numbers went like so far down to nothing, and Cuomo was still calling press conferences like anybody gave a fuck,
and talking about Sunday dinner.
Yeah, it's like enough, guys.
He's like, "What else do I have to talk about? Wait, hold on."
So when 800 people a day are dying, we need this. When there's when it's all the way down, like get the fuck off the TV.
So my wife and I have found, how you see Janine's double up there and my double, which is terrible. So we've had trouble figuring out who Anthony looks like, but my wife and I have figured it out. Have you ever watched?
Are you gonna hold up a picture?
I just
saw.
I am. Ugh. Have you ever watched the show What We Do in the Shadows?
No, I don't think anybody.
It's a vampire. It's a really funny show. It's a good show. It's on Hulu. It's a vampire show. It's in like the 3rd or 4th season now. And this. Oh, you jerk.
What happened?
I like this one better.
You're an ass.
Hi, welcome to the Janine Show.
A lot of technical difficulties tonight, Frank.
I think I got the picture up there. I think people saw it.
I don't think you did. I would
Just
love
pause
for you to do it,
shot.
though.
Would you?
Yeah.
We finally found your doppelganger. It's not an insult, I don't think.
Oh, all right.
I don't think it is.
I can't control what's happening here. Go ahead.
See?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Look at what's happening.
I hate you and
all right.
everything you do.
Hold it up. Wait. Here,
no. Not going to do it.
That does not look like me.
It's you.
It kind of look like me.
We can't get a picture of you up here, right? You can't come up here. But there you go. That's you. And if you watch the show, like this is a promo shot, so it's not, it's like the poster,
right?
So it's not a true. But if you watch the show, this is you.
That looks nothing. That is insulting. That looks nothing like me.
Insulting? I mean, it's you.
It looks nothing like me.
That looks like nothing like me either, too. So.
Yeah, wait. I got a better shot.
Exactly like you. That's not true.
No.
Your doppelgangers are purely legit. That one was stupid.
Frank's looks like him. I don't look like him.
Wait, hold on. Let me take a look at this here. That doesn't look like me. That looks like fucking Al Borland. Stop it.
You look like Al Borland. Sorry.
Try harder.
I was gonna say Jack Black.
That's you, buddy. That's your doppelganger.
Let's see.
Hang on. That one. Let me see that one.
That's you,
really,
buddy.
No.
What's his name? His name. I'm telling you, Matt Berry.
He doesn't have the charm or the twinkle in his eye that I do.
Oh God, bye.
That's you, buddy. So right now, that's your doppelganger.
Okay. Awesome. All right, let's get on to something that's going to actually entertain people. I have a shampoo theory. Here's what I do in the shower. This is
going to be riveting.
And I would like to know if you do the same thing in the shower.
Oh God, what?
I don't know if there's any real effectiveness towards this. I don't know, what the case is here. But when I shower, I put shampoo in my hair. I scrub it all around. And then I feel like, and I do this, I leave it in my hair for the duration of the shower while I wash the rest of myself because I feel like it cleans my hair. Like it's continuing the cleaning action because it's in my hair while the rest of the shower is taking place. Is this normal behavior? Do other people feel this way?
Yeah, you're supposed to leave it in a little bit.
Are you?
No.
Not for the whole shower, but I scrub it in.
If you leave in conditioner, that's different. Shampoo, no. You're just supposed to
Well, you wash it out.
wash it out, but conditioner, I leave in.
No, there's there's.
But then
He's talking about shampoo that you normally just rinse out anyway. Do you rinse it out right away, or do you rinse it out at the end of the show?
No, right away.
Okay, but you don't feel that if you let it sit in there for 30, 40 seconds, minute or 2 minutes, it's cleaning a little bit more than it's supposed to be?
Really
I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean because I'm not being mean. Anthony.
Feels like
power through it.
I don't
feel like a mean comment.
This is not mean.
Here it comes.
You have
Brace yourself.
You have about 70% more hair on your
the ocean to land ratio on Earth is about my hair to skin ratio.
Yeah, so you have
body.
more hair. You have more hair than me and Frank.
Woolly mammoth.
So maybe that's why you feel that way.
No, but I'm talking about. Will you give it up already? This guy
you're
looks
holding
nothing like me.
Now, Janine, you have to hold up a picture of me somehow, of my doppelganger.
I can't because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Darn it.
So this is Anthony, Janine, and Janine.
I like it.
So go ahead.
No.
That looks
There's
like
no
if
real effect.
First of all, that looks like if the Barry Gibb and the Burger King fucked and had a kid. So stop holding that picture.
That's you. That's you, buddy. You're just describing yourself.
I look like.
You're digging yourself into a deeper hole here.
There is no benefit of keeping shampoo in longer. Anthony,
what does it say on the bottle?
You say that's like you're like an expert or something.
There
was a lot of authority in that delivery.
I kind of am.
It sounds dumb. Will you please?
I'm a product junkie whore.
That looks nothing like me.
It looks exactly like you,
not
dude.
even fucking close.
That is you. Just because his hair on his head isn't curly.
Here's why you're making me feel bad. I would hope that after 30-something years of friendship, you would know what I fucking look like.
Right.
Yeah, I don't look at you every other night on this fucking show.
But clearly not, because or it's time to up them glasses, big man, because that is not looking like me at all.
All right, people in the comments, let me know if Matt, what's his name? I don't remember his name. Matt, whatever the hell his name is.
Matt Berry.
Matt Berry. If that's not Anthony's doppelganger. I think I finally found it.
I wish you could see the disgust in my eyes.
Yeah, too bad we can't.
Yeah,
because someone doesn't know what's going on here. I'm not a run a podcast.
Speaking of.
So is that your big shampoo theory?
Yeah, I know it's sort of irrational, but I feel like if I leave this in longer, I will be cleaner.
That makes sense because when you wash your hands, the longer you wash your hands with the soap, the better, right? If you do a 5-second wash as opposed to the 20-second wash, it's better. The 20-second. No?
I guess so. All right. That's all I got.
That's all you got? You're done? I think
look at me.
J-Sab's checked out a while ago. Yeah, I see you. I'm not
look at me. Look.
I see it.
Give me the look I'm giving you. No, your lips should be the other way.
Oh.
There you go. Right now, it's good.
Right.
Oh,
J-Sabs, any update? Is your cousin still alive? Somebody asked me.
Oh, yeah.
He is, and still planning their next trip. So
has he come back to the United States yet?
Oh, yes, definitely.
With her or without her?
You weren't here. You missed the matching tattoo story.
They got matching tattoos?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
They got matching tattoos, and he thinks that she's probably the one.
I would hope so. You're flying around the world for her.
The problem is it's very hard to get a visa. You have to get a visa to come here from Turkey.
Right.
To the U.S., and it's very hard to get one. So they have to meet in another place. So I said, oh, can you meet in Italy? And he is like, I wish. That's another place where she can't go. She can easily get to the Bahamas, but she can't get to Italy.
That's better.
So they're going to meet in the Bahamas, and I'm going to invite myself.
Have they looked into the zone of death to meet there?
Exactly.
Oh, that's not a good place to meet.
He's like, come to Wyoming or wherever. Idaho. I love to say Idaho because it's like Idaho.
Idaho.
Right. Yeah, they got. Can you believe they got matching tattoos?
So when are they walking down the aisle?
Yeah, that's what I asked, and he's because I was like, "Did you get fucking married there? Did you get engaged there?" And he's like, "No, I'm not that crazy."
I'll only fly to Turkey.
Right.
Someone I never met. But good for them. Hey, they're happy. They're making it work.
I feel like matching tattoos is more serious than engagement because engagements you can break off like that. Take the ring off, give it back.
Right.
You know?
And he did confirm. I think I told you that she has a tattoo on her neck at the bottom. And it says art on it.
Hopefully she's an artist.
She's fucking
that's her last boyfriend's name.
Well, actually, she should just put an F in front of that.
Bam. Keeping it classy.
I see what you did there.
You like it.
Last little bit of housekeeping I have to do is people have been asking, I guess we've talked about the Sopranos movie a couple times on here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
The Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah, I keep getting this question, and I should have talked to Frank and Janine about this, so don't hold it against them if they say no. But I'm thinking about doing a live watch along where I think it comes out October 1st. Is that a Friday?
That sounds right.
Yeah, it's a Friday. So I'm thinking about maybe that Friday show or perhaps on Saturday. I don't know yet. But
yeah, that sounds terrible.
The idea would be we watch the movie and people watch us watch the movie.
Correct. So
but they're not watching the movie. They're watching us watch the movie.
Well, no, because because I used to do this in another format prior to this show, and it was wildly successful. It's that we all watch it together. So, like, let's say we would start the broadcast at 8, and then at 8:15, we would all, we would have a countdown, and everybody presses play at the same time. So wherever they are, and it might be off like by 3 or 4 or 5 seconds or whatever it is, but for the most part, it always works. And we'll all be watching it together, and we would be, for this particular case, because it wouldn't be like a real podcast, it would just be a watch along. We'll put the comments up on the screen, so as people are commenting along, we could put some stuff on the screen from the audience as well.
So, are we allowed to talk and comment through the movie? Or no?
Of course, yeah, of course.
And are we allowed to fart? You're
allowed to fart? Yeah.
During the movie?
I would say so.
I've been farting through this whole podcast.
So I think we're definitely going to do that because I think this will be fun because I don't know if we're going to ever really have an opportunity outside of this year to do watch-alongs for movies that are coming out at home while simultaneously in the theater.
That just blew my mind, what you just said.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they might stop this shit after this year, so... And everybody fucking loves The Sopranos. It's a huge thing, so I feel like a watch-along might be good. The only thing I haven't really figured out or nailed down yet is, do we do it on the Friday, the day it's released, or the Saturday? Do we give everybody that day, if they want to go see it in the movies or whatever, and then watch it with us at home? Or do we just watch it at home on Friday? And
because when we do the watch-along...
Can you back all the way from that mic anymore?
I hate you so much. How's that camera working? Dick. So when we're watching along, we're going to be giving out, it's going to be spoilers, all over the place, no?
Correct. It's going to be, it really is only going to be, if you want to watch the movie and you want to watch it with us, here's your chance. So
we're going to have to, everybody's going to watch along too at home.
Yeah. I mean, they could just watch us watching it, but I mean, I think it would be more fun if they were watching it along with,
What if we watch them watch us watch it while I lost it. Oh.
That would be mind-blowing.
Right?
That would be mind-blowing.
So, all right. So they can watch along the movie with us. We're not going to pause it. We're just going to keep going through.
No pauses. No pauses.
No pauses. We're allowed to comment throughout the movie.
Yes.
And that's not going to be annoying for people to listen to us while the movie's going?
They don't have to watch it. I don't think even you don't seem to grasping this concept. They don't have to watch our video. They don't have to watch our broadcast. They could just watch the movie. And that's the other thing too. Do we want to do it on Saturday so people can watch it on Friday, and then they could watch it? We could all watch it together on Saturday.
We could do it that Monday, that show. That too late?
Too late.
Give people the weekend to watch it?
Yeah, everybody's going to be watching it over the weekend.
All right, so we'll do it that Saturday.
You think Saturday's better?
I think
Janine's
so.
like, it doesn't matter what day. I'm not going to be a part of this
Yeah,
shit.
definitely not. I have to wash my hair. Leave the shampoo in.
It doesn't make sense. In my mind, remember that commercial when we were kids that they used to like put like when you used to pour that shit in like your tub and the little soap suds would turn into little bristly things and they used to scrub the tub. Remember that? Whatever the fuck that was.
Those are scrubbing bubbles. That's not shampoo.
Scrubbing bubbles. You're right. Yeah, I feel like shampoo is the same way. I understand it doesn't make any sense. Logically, it really doesn't line up. That shampoo would be a self-cleaning thing, but I feel better when I leave it in my hair for a couple minutes.
I think after a certain point, it's done everything it's going to do. It's cleaned all it's going to clean.
You ever turn off the shower and you forget that you got shampoo in your hair?
I've turned it off, and there's soap in some places that I haven't washed off yet. Not my head, though. Just saying.
Janine's definitely done that.
Maybe.
Well, shampoo?
You left it in your hair?
No, because I don't leave shampoo in my hair for long. It's been conditioner.
Okay.
But there's a difference. You do leave-in conditioner. That's
No.
different. No?
I don't. I just meant that I leave in conditioner. And then right before I leave the shower, I wash it out.
Oh, okay. So that's
that's
the same principle.
I do, right. But the thing is, with conditioner, the longer you leave it in, it does work more, but not for shampoo. Because like you said, there's a point where it just stops.
Yeah, it's like washing your hands. You could wash your hands for 20 seconds or 20 minutes. After 20 seconds, it's done all it's going to do.
Right.
You're as clean as you're going to get.
Anthony's going to get mad at me that I don't agree with him about the shampoo. But you know what? When I send him a Google fact later.
Yeah, do your research, Anthony, on shampoo.
Well, who are you on? You would trust Google on this? I prefer my own research. I've done my own research. My hair's cleaner.
You know that for a fact that your hair is cleaner?
Let me ask you a question. When you shampoo your head, and you do your head on your hair on your head, do you do your beard too?
Ooh, that's a good question. Is it all one?
Do you do
action?
your beard? He probably doesn't even do his beard.
That is a good question, and yes, I do.
You do. You do at the same
shampoo
time.
your head, and then you go right down into it?
Not every day. Not every day. But I will do that. Here's the thing. Now we're getting really too personal. But when my beard gets too big the way it is now, it dries out my skin. You know.
That's why you shouldn't have a beard.
Dries out your skin?
I got to shave it.
So in case people forget.
Oh, God.
There it is. That's him.
Now, do you shampoo your sweater as well?
No. Okay. All right. The show's over. We've had enough. We've hit the end of the show. This is basically...
How many bottles of shampoo do you go through per shower?
Not even per week.
No,
shower.
It's at least 2 per shower. So what's the real number?
You know, it's weird. We're using this like no dye, no scent shampoo right now, and it's like it looks like water almost. It's just like pure. It's not like sludgy like the way shampoo really is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess all that stuff is like additive crap. I think we got this like all natural shit right now.
But it's the additive crap that keeps it thick and gives you volume.
It still suds up pretty well, but it doesn't smell like anything, and it's not like, there's no colors to it, which is funny because shampoos have gone out of control. They're like electric blue, and they fucking smell like pina coladas. I don't know what happened to the shampoo industry.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I like coming out of the shower smelling like a alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like you every time you go to wash your hair, you're like, I should be on vacation right now. What the fuck am I doing getting ready for
nice.
work?
Where's my fucking margarita?
I'm not gonna lie, that's good stuff.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, Jesus.
What happened?
Attorney for Brian Laundrie says his whereabouts are unknown.
Oh.
What? Like right now, he doesn't know where he is.
Like right now.
Oh shit! This kid did something terrible.
Yeah.
Brian Laundrie's attorney says Brian is missing, and the FBI is now trying to locate both Brian and Gabby Petito.
Wow.
Nearly a week into the search for Petito, police were called to the Laundrie family home Friday evening at their request, but Laundrie wasn't there. They removed items from Brian's parents' house Friday to assist in the search for him, according to his attorney. Wow.
That's crazy. So either this kid is on the run or something happened to him, but it sounds like he's on the run.
How could they fucking lose this guy? The police chief of Florida yesterday said they know where he is. He's at his home.
Not only that, how is there not someone eyes on him all the time?
Because they didn't tell him that he can't leave the state.
Fine,
you know?
That's fine. But why isn't there at least a patrolman, a guy in a car, with always watching him? He's in the house. He's there. Following him. No, you're a person of interest, and you're not being watched.
I don't know.
I understand if he's not a person of interest, but they called him a person of interest, and there's not someone on him all the time.
Yeah, you would think so, but I guess maybe these small Florida towns, they don't have the resources to throw like a patrol car out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Major murder investigation.
No,
Unreal.
what murder? She's missing, Frank. How dare you?
Yeah, we just heard this. Unbelievable. Yeah, my wife just heard the same thing.
Look at how hooked everybody is. See,
Yeah,
everybody is hooked on this case.
Yeah. Oh, your wife just texted.
Yeah, everybody. I just saw it too.
About it. So it's
What the
just
fuck?
got it.
Now nobody's gonna watch the podcast. Unbelievable.
well, none of our friends anyway.
I'm gonna have a talk with her. This is crazy.
If only we knew when Janine wanted to call it quits. If we had some clue as to when that happens.
All right, that's it for us. Stay on our social channels.
Yes.
At Anthony's Faves on Twitter and Instagram. We'll be sharing all the. If anything happens, we'll be talking about this. Brian Laundrie.
What is going on? Unreal.
He doesn't even have Hayes bald, so we don't even know what he thinks about keeping the shampoo in.
That's stupid, but thanks. What?
All right, everybody. We'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks so much for watching and or listening. Do not forget to grab.
She had enough of your crap.
Grab
She is
your
out.
JUMPSTART coffee.
Man.
15% off with the promo code AOA. Link in the description below. Click the banner at anthonyonair.com. That dark roast that Frank is showing off is delightful. It is the perfect
Smells
coffee
great.
to see if a national tragedy is unfolding right now before.
And
our
not
eyes.
only is it good coffee, and it's really good coffee, but the benefits of buying the coffee. 50% to
50%
to what's it called? The Navy SEAL Foundation.
craziness.
Unreal. That's amazing.
Great
Really
coffee,
is.
great cause. Navy SEAL Foundation, 50% of the profits, and then you save 15% off. So, they're getting nothing for this, basically, JUMPSTART Coffee.
I don't know how they're making money.
They're just
but
giving all their money away. They're just
Good
making
for
great
them.
coffee. Yeah. They're making great coffee,
it's
probably.
fine.
Just
Yeah.
live in bare bones.
Good
Keeping
for them.
it down to the minimum. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
All right. Support the JUMPSTART Coffee Company. Order some right now. It supports the podcast and, of course, the Navy SEALs. Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. I don't look like that guy that Frank said I did.
You look exactly like that guy. Let us know in the comments.
And we'll
It's
catch
you.
you on the next episode.